Alrighty, welcome back. We are going to go ahead and run through aggression. So aggression, Scarlet Witch, she has some pretty good thwart removal in her kit with a base 2 thwart as well as some of those hex bolts. And so aggression is pretty good at complementing her skills there. So continuing on with the mansion attack encounter set, what we want to be doing with aggression is, well, I did say that we're going to use these pulse grenades because that does sound kind of fun. So if we use pulse grenades, we definitely want to go with fusillade, probably let's grab two. If we grab two fusillades, then we can set it up so we can use the pulse grenades when we need them, but we can also just use them to tap, or I'm sorry, not tap, exhaust for the 5 damage with the fusillades. We also have, and I said this earlier, we also have the mean swings, so we get a +3 attack whenever we make the attack. However, I'm concerned that we're not necessarily going to be attacking. I think that we're going to probably try and rely on events for the attack and use her basic activation to thwart. So we'll hang off on mean swing. We may bring it in, but I don't know if mean swing is that critical because it's a high opportunity cost to roll over the 2 thwart. So we are going to be running Sorcerer Supreme, 3 spiritual meditations, and the energies. So that's going to be 6, 7. There's 10 cards right there. The other basic cards that we had in our previous deck was Nick, Ironheart, Machine Man, Quinn Carrier, Avengers Mansion, and Powers. I think what we'll do is we'll go Nick and Avengers Mansion, and we'll hang on to these. We already are looking pretty good for power in all of us. Like we got 1, 2. Again, we probably want like 6 for 1, 7 to 8 for 2. That's just my math. +3, so we're already at 5. So we could easily roll back into that basic strategy with, I mean, honestly, all of these cards. These are all just incredible cards. If we go Ironheart, Quinn Carrier, then I mean, it's hard to not play him like that, but we'll see. I think I want a little bit. Let's look at more attacks. So we do have a side scheme that can give steady, which is a little rough if we want to go kind of like the stun lock deck with like, sorry, I got distracted, with drop kicks. Also, I played a lot of dropkick with Colossus, so let's see if we can go something a little bit different. The other thing that we could do is we could lean pretty heavily into like a minion killing machine where we go with combat trainings, hand cannons. So now we're swinging at a 4, and then just like follow throughs. But I mean that's an interesting way to build her. Is there anything that deals with? Counting boost icons? I don't think there is in aggression. Magic attack. Choose an enemy, discard up to 5, deal 1 damage. We'll definitely grab a magic attack here, just for the damage. Let's grab a 3rd copy of Fusillade. And then since we are going, you know what? Let's do it. Why not? We're having fun. It may not be the perfect strategy for here because we are not actually looking at a ton of minions. We've got, we'll grab an encounter set that has it. So 1, 2, I think it's just 4, 3. Where's my last minion? Where's the avalanche? Where'd I put avalanche? Brotherhood, right? Yeah. Do we have Avalanche as a... Where did he go? Am I just insane? Huh. I put him over here in the Guerrilla Tactics. 2, 4. So now I'm missing a Guerrilla Tactics card. It's probably in here somewhere. I'm glad we looked. There it is, from every direction. Alrighty, okay, we're good. We're good. I just counted the cards and didn't look at what I put over there when I swapped out the encounter set. So we have 4 minions. So if we grab a modular that does have more minions in it, those panic moments, really bad for heart. Right? I'm just like, oh no, where are they? They're oh, what was it? I lost. This was back when D20 and I were streaming like weekly. I think it was something from like the Legions of Hydra set, where it was some Hydra minion, and I had no idea where it was. Like I looked through almost every single card, all of my cards, all of the mod sets. I just could not find it. It ended up being in, I think, the mutagen formula. I found it like a month later. I was like, okay, well that's insane. 2, 4, 5. So we're at 15 cards already, which makes me think that we actually probably don't have enough cards to pull off this strategy. But we will run... We'll run 2 hand cannons. So what we're going to kind of shift the strategy just slightly. So instead of going for like a full overkill build, we'll run the hand cannons and... for minion control, and then we can also run at that point the mean swings, and that gives us a lot of weapons to... Let me make sure that these grenades aren't restricted. They're not. Okay, that gives us a lot of area to exhaust for mean swings and everything, and then the hand cannons are there for minion control, which is something Scarlet Witch does kind of struggle with, right? So she has low attack and high attack events, which you typically want to point towards the villain. And so let's kind of have a little bit of a modified version there. So we'll run that. So then mean swing. Martial Prowess. No, Martial Prowess may be interesting. I have 2 mean swings. Since we're doing that, let's go ahead and grab a combat training as well, just to increase 100% of our basic attack. And that gives us the flexibility. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so we need allies and resources. Let's go Throg. I'm always a big fan of Throg. Brawn. No. What's our lightning look like? Not good. Not good. So not a wasp. We could go... Oh, Spider Girl's going to be really solid because some of these minions are absurd. That can buy us some time. So Spider Girl be really nice. I do want a Quinn Carrier. I want the Quinn Carrier in there. We could go Power ofs. That gives us 2 Quicksilvers, 3, 4 allies, which I don't believe is enough. We go Hulk. And then this Hulk allows us to block the minion attacks. The Hydra Soldier's inner desire to be a goblin. Yes, speaking of binders, did you manage to try any binder sheets that hold sleeves? These actually do. So like Tiger's in his sleeve. I just am in the habit of taking them out of sleeves for some reason. It's just like, it feels weird, but like, yeah, I mean, like this one does. This is the exact same. But for whatever reason, I just don't. It's saves sleeves. Like that's probably, I'm gonna say that's the reason that I do it. Is I don't use as many sleeves if I unsleeve and resleeve. But these Ultra Pro, which if you go to the how to store Marvel Champions video on my YouTube page, they're linked in the description. Can it hold multiple copies when sleeved? So like, I mean, it does fit like a back and forth. It fits. But like, I don't know if it would hold more than 2. You could get 3 in there. It gets pretty tight at 3. So it can hold 2. I would say 2 comfortably. Oh, okay. Ooh, Valkyrie could be kind of interesting. What does our power of look like? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we'll go power of aggression. I mean, who doesn't sleeve every copy of everything of energy that straight up like I feel I do that. I don't know why. I just everything goes in a sleeve. Everything goes in a sleeve. I'm just not grabbing them. Except for this copy of Power of Aggression, apparently. And that one. Okay, so I just ate my words. There's the one that's sleeved. Cool. 2 cards with Dragon Shield sleeves sounds... Yeah. So these are Dragon Shield. I also... I don't remember if I said this, but I did buy... katanas, and so I switched out. I'm running through Dunwich Legacy on Friday right now, and I switched all my player cards to katana sleeves just to kind of get a feel for it. And after I play through the 8 games or however many to kind of get a feel, handle them, and see how they work over time, I'm going to do like a video or something to talk about the difference between the two, because those get compared all the time. And I really wanted to just, because I get that question a lot. Like, do you prefer Dragon Shield or Katana? I always say Dragon Shield because I never tried Katana. So I want to get a feel for how they work together. So we're like way over at this point. So, well, not way over. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so we're 1 over, which is not bad at all. Honestly, with the spiritual meditations and... Well, we don't have a lot of upgrades, honestly. So our deck is going to be pretty thick. So I don't want to go too much heavier. But I am a little afraid that we're going to be a little ally light. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 plus Quicksilver is 5. I want to go 6 because I don't want to be defending. 6 to 8 feels kind of like that nice range. And I like the weak ones where I can probably bug. We'll go bug. So that takes us to 42. It hurts going over 40 just psychologically. I think that probably works for us. Spiritual meditation helps me swallow that pill a little bit easier. We could go Marvel Boy just for one last, and we can just have Marvel, all of them just tank hits for us. I sleeved everything so far, and we'll keep going. I unfortunately have a hard time finding Ultra Pro Eclipse Matte Apple. It's funny. There's so many adjectives there. I have not tried the matte Ultra Pro. I only did the very generic Ultra Pros, so I can't speak to the matte. I didn't actually realize that they had a matte version. How have you tried Dragon Shield? Have you compared the two? We're just gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out and then probably prioritize tough status cards on our Hex Bolts. Okay. Then we have to find a modular set. We'll shuffle first, because why not? I just really like the one thing I will say about the katanas is that they are much thinner than the Dragon Shield mat. I just love the Dragon Shield mat. I think that they just work so well. Let's see if I can go right there. Late to the party, but you made it. Hey, Beast Snow, we're about to start our second game. First game took a while because I looking back at that game, I was just drawing a lot of cards without doing a lot. It was a one way or another Nick Fury recursion, just type of let's just draw all of the cards, and then I just never did anything. So Scarlet Witch is so much fun. She is so incredibly fun. I need a encounter set. Oh, we were gonna do Goblin Gear. That doesn't give us a lot of minions. Oh, we have a what is the encounter set with all the goblins in it? That's just insane. Galactic artifacts? Oh, that could be kind of fun. We can do galactic artifacts is gonna be rough. I want something with some minions in it. Haven't played in quite a while. I have Agmar on the table, and you've been playing it sparingly. Still haven't even started Sinister Motives. Nice. Or is it just mutagen formula that has all the goblins, and there isn't a side scheme or a encounter set that has all of the goblins in it? I guess let's run the. We said we were gonna do it. This is probably gonna be the last game because these games are taking a while. Let's just run it. Let's just have some fun. Let's see what happens. How is your Agmar journey going? Sadly, I think the goblins are in the scenario. Yeah. I think it's just mutagen, and it just has like 9 million of them. Yeah, so many minions. That's what I get one. Alrighty. We'll just go pumpkin. Rocket must be like bring me all the. Oh yeah. We did no, that was a Venom Goblin with all the minions. Who did I play with Brands? We played Sandman and something and his Vision Intangible Minion Collector deck, and that was just he did so many bring its with Vision there. Beast Snow pretty well. I've lost a few times, but that's to be expected. I had to change a hero after the first scenario became an objective ally. Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so we will fix my health. Oh nope, I had already fixed my health. Nice. The Brotherhood strikes. Put save the school environment into place, shuffle all the copies of the main scheme 2A, and stack them under the scheme. Shuffle the villains together without looking, and the top card becomes the villain. Anyways, got to go. First, happy gaming. Have a good one. See ya. And then we're gonna be, we had the basketball court last time. Let's go ahead and just do a different one. Each character gains retaliate 1. I hate that. I hate it. And let's see what our villain's gonna be. Toad. I hate Toad even more. Toad comes in with 16, and after Toad attacks and damages a character you control, discard 1 card at random from your hand. He is so hard to start against. Didn't get an encounter card. Oh, geez. Okay, so everyone has Retaliate with Toad. I don't like this start. Let's see what we can do. 2, 4, 6. That starts with 1. We may just let this pop pretty quickly because the Retaliate hurts. Toad can scheme like nobody's business. He has toughness. I want to get rid of Toad. That's actually the biggest thing. Okay, so we've got a Power of Aggression, a Spiritual Meditation, a Spider Girl, a Hexbolt, and a Fusillade. This is weird because all of her cards look like aggression cards, so that's going to throw me off. Power of Aggression for Hulk. We'll keep Spiritual Meditation. We'll keep a... we may not actually keep a Hexbolt. We'll mulligan Fusillade, Spider Girl, and a Hexbolt into a... Oh, there's a crest. Nice. Hand cannon. And another hand cannon. Sweet. Okay. Starting out, we will Spiritual Meditation, draw 2 cards, discard 1, Warp Reality, and a Molecular Decay. We're going to discard the Molecular Decay. We don't need to do that right now. We're going to discard a Warp Reality and a hand cannon to draw 2 cards using Wanda's ability. It's a Hexbolt and a Power of Aggression. I like it. I cannot pay for the crest. Just straight out. I can't pay for the crest. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Let's flip up to hero form. Let's go Power of Aggression for a hand cannon. So that comes in with 3 bullets. Don't you dare throw away Hexbolt. I need to build. I need to build a Hexbolt. Hexbolt actually does get around the Retaliate, so that's kind of nice. So I could go like Hulk and Power of Aggression to play a Hexbolt. Nah, I need to... We'll go Power of Aggression to play a Hulk. And then we may hang on to a Hexbolt, I guess. Now that it gets around the Retaliate. Let's go ahead and thwart down the Cafeteria. Now we'll toss a Hexbolt and we'll hang on to the crest. We will draw up. Give me that Sorcerer Supreme. Molecular Decay. Mean Swing. Agatha. Genius. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll place 1 here. Toad will attack for 2. We will defend with Hulk. Plus 2. Okay, we'll take the damage there. And then his Retaliate knocks off the tough. We got... Oh, and after he attacks and damages, we have to discard... I hate Toad. I hate Toad so much. Okay. We'll reroll a 6. Mean Swing. That's fine. It's just like... It gets so hard to build. Okay. Obligation. So we can exhaust Wanda Maximov and remove Slipping Sanity from the game, which we will do. Avalanche activates against you. If he's not in play, search the encounter deck and discard power for the Avalanche minion and reveal him. Yo, this is going to get crazy real quick. So Avalanche, where are you at? A 1/3. After he attacks, you exhaust a character you control. Ouch. Okay, so on my turn, let's use a Molecular Decay to play an Agatha. We will use Agatha to look at the top 3. Quicksilver, Magic Attack, and a Fusillade. We can take one of these into our hand, which I feel like we're just going to take the crest into our hand here. We may just let that main scheme go and get something that's not Retaliate. So that's going to be at 2. Toad will scheme for probably 5. Not worth it. I don't think that's worth it quite yet. Let's put Fusillade. Well, Fusillade could kill Avalanche, actually. We'll just hang on to the crest one more turn. But we do risk losing the crest. That's the problem. I feel like we have to kill Avalanche. And just hope that we don't discard the crest. So we'll put these back on. We'll throw magic attack first. We'll flip up to hero form. We'll use a genius to play Fusillade, exhausting hand cannon to kill Avalanche. We killed him, so no retaliate. And we'll hang on to the crest. We'll stand up. Throg, Spiritual Meditation, Quen Carrier, Spiritual Meditation. So we'll go 1 here. Toad will attack. We'll have Hulk. Block, so 2 plus 3. Good block, Hulk. We will re-roll a 6. No whammies. Okay, we'll re-roll a 6. 4. Quen Carrier. That's kind of a bummer. To repeat what D20's bleeping hate the cafeteria is rough. This combination makes it so hard to build. Toad as your first villain, I think, is just insanely brutal. Insanely brutal. Just getting... Oh, yeah, it's tough. Okay, our encounter card. Intimidation. Choose to either spend 2 resources of any type or give the villain 1 face-down boost card. We'll give 1 face-down boost card. Spiritual Meditation. Draw 2. Mean Swing and a Strength. We'll toss a Mean Swing. Spiritual Meditation. Chaos Magic. And an Avengers Mansion. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. I think we toss the crest here. Because we need Throg. Or we could just scheme out the cafeteria with an insane... That's... Okay, that's what we will do. We will toss Throg. Yeah. We'll play Chaos Magic to throw an Avengers Mansion onto the table. So that's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually game designers toed the line between making things too easy and too hard. Right now, this ain't one of those moments, right? Avengers Mansion will draw us a card, which is a Molecular Decay. Let's go ahead and... So he's going to scheme for 3 plus 2 boost cards. I guess technically there is a chance that we would not push. So let's thwart down the cafeteria. Strength to play Scarlet Witch's Crest. We will flip down to Wanda. We'll use Agatha. Yeah. We got a Pulse Grenade and a Hex Bolt. And a Magic Shield. We'll take the Magic Shield and we'll put the Pulse Grenade, then we'll put Hex Bolt and Pulse Grenade. And then we will use Molecular Decay to pay for a Magic Shield. Okay. Stand up. We got a Hex Bolt, Magic Shield, Bug, Pulse Grenade 2, 4, Fusillade. Where's my Sorcerer Supreme? There's Nick. That's nice. We'll go 1. Toad's going to scheme for 3. More than enough. So schemes for 7. So the cafeteria pops. This goes to 2. Each character gets +1 attack. Alrighty, I can live with that. Okay. Our bad card is Regenerative healing. The villain heals X damage where X is equal to double the stage number. If no damage was healed this way, this card gains Surge. So surges into Slipping Sanity. I can exhaust Wanda Maximoff to remove this from the game. Let's go ahead and just get all of those out of there. Okay. Let's go Mansion to draw a card. Magic Shield. Agatha to look at the top 3. We got Combat Training, Sorcerer Supreme, and Energy. We'll take the Sorcerer Supreme and put Energy Combat Training, which I think we got 2, 4, 6. So we have our hand next turn if we... Actually, I can't look at that. I'm just looking at these two. Yeah, we'll try and hang on to one card so we don't deck out, and we'll take the Energy, knowing that we're drawing into a Combat Training the next turn. I guess we could use Superpowered Siblings at this point. Plus we have Nick, so we're gonna be drawing cards. Never mind. Magic Shield. Hang on to Fusillade. Hang on to Pulse Grenade. Bug. Magic Shield. Pulse Grenade instead. We're going to use these 4. Retaliate damage on Toad from the previous villain phase. He schemed, and then the previous time he killed Hulk. So if you kill a character, that you do not do Retaliate. So I don't think that there should be. The first, he's activated 3 times. Forgot he killed, yeah, unfortunately. So let's go these 3 for Nick. We'll draw 4 cards. Got Magic Attack. Or draw 3 cards, sorry. Quicksilver and Hexbolt. Okay, let's flip up. Quicksilver and Magic Attack will play Hexbolt. So discard the top 3. So we got a 2, got a 1, we got a 3. Excellent. Let's Crest, gang up to 2. To draw 2 cards. That will give us an Energy. Okay, so yeah. So this is going to be 2, 2, 3 will give us a tough card. We'll draw 2. So Energy and Pulse Grenade. We'll use an Energy to pay for the Sorcerer Supreme. I'm going to put Magic Shield up here, else I will always forget it. Let's do Pulse Grenade and a Hex. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if I want to do Fusillade. I could honestly see myself paying for any of these. I think there's no threat. I can't really draw into anything that would give me anything good. This is a Combat Training, so we're not going to play Hexbolt. Pulse Grenade would be nice, but we already have a full hand cannon, so if we need like a Fusillade, so let's go ahead and use Fusillade. So Hexbolt and Pulse Grenade will pay for Fusillade. Choose a weapon upgrade. We will exhaust hand cannon. Deal 5 damage to Toad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nick will swing for 3. 1, 2, 3. Taking 1 consequential. Okay, so we'll stand up. Got Combat Training. I did not see that coming. 1 encounter card. Alrighty. Courtyard came in with 1. I never thwarted that. I hate Toad. I hate Toad with everything that I have. Okay. Spiritual Meditation. Energy. Okay, 2, 4. Molecular Decay. Let's go. And a Magic Attack. Okay, so we can probably kill Toad now, which is probably the right call. So this is going to go to 1. Toad will attack for 2. Nick will block. 2 plus, if the villain is Toad, give him an additional boost card. It is. If the villain is Pyro, it is not. So it's going to be 4, which will kill Nick. And then we have to discard a card. Hopefully it's not anything too bad. Does Fusillade trigger Retaliate? Retaliate's gone. So Retaliate was given from the cafeteria, which is this side scheme. And so once that popped, now every character has +1 attack, and the Retaliate kind of environment is gone. If Retaliate was still in play, yes, it would trigger. So, okay, so we will roll this. 2. Come on, no whammies. Spiritual Meditation, I'm okay with that. Got 2 encounter cards. First one, Assault. The villain attacks you. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay, we'll take it. So, it's after Toad attacks and damages a character, so the tough will prevent that. Sweet. The villain is Blob. It is not. So 3 will knock off the tough. I don't have to discard a card. Beautiful. And attach to a minion and give it a tough status card. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. So it surges into Protect the Students. I like Protect the Students. Protect the Students allows us to go get a minion. Or, I'm sorry, an ally. So that's nice. Now I kind of wish I had a Hex Bolt. Let's Avengers Mansion into a Pulse Grenade already. He's at 8. Let's hit him with a Molecular Decay and... yeah, so let's go Energy and a Pulse Grenade for a Molecular Decay. So that's going to deal 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Toad will discard 1, 3. Perfect. Okay. So that's a total of 9 damage. Toad only had 4 more. Toad had 3. We'll go into Pyro. Don't like that. Pyro is tough too. He has 17 health. We get a face down encounter card. He comes in with tough. And after he attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Take 1 indirect damage for each printed resource icon discarded this way. Which could be worse, honestly. That could be worse. We're going to... yeah, this is an interesting choice. So we could attack, knock off the tough, and then drop Fusillade. With this +1 attack here, I don't necessarily need to play the combat training. Plus, this Fusillades are doing some work. We only need like 3 more activations of Fusillade, and we got it. So Pyro's attack gimmick is honestly pretty clever. It is great. It's great. I just hate it. So instead, we are gonna... the combat training could come in handy. We'll thwart the Protect the Students here. And honestly, we may just Fusillade to knock off that tough. I mean, like, we're not doing anything else with the resources. Or we could get combat training down. But I'm trying to... if we're lucky, this may be... we may have 2 more turns, right? One of the turns is going to be protecting the students, thwarting. So combat training is probably only going to activate 1 time. So with that, I'm going to Fusillade to knock off the tough. Very not great, but it's where we're at. Stand up. Got a Hex Bolt. Love it. Pulse Grenade. I want to play it. Power of Aggression. No, it's not. That's a Fusillade. Oh, there's a Fusillade. Magic Shield. So 2, 4, 5. Spiritual Meditation. Let's go. Okay. So 1 on the courtyard. Pyro will attack us for 1 plus a boost card. It didn't do any damage, so it's more like a fuse. Oh, beautiful. 1 plus 3. Ouch. We'll trigger Magic Shield to prevent 3 of that, so we'll take 1 damage. Discard the top 2. You got a... each printed resource icon, so we take 2 damage there. 1, 2. Down to 7. You've got 2 encounter cards. First one is immovable. Blob activates against you. If he's not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the blob minion and put him into play. We'll check here first. I think he was actually... No, Avalanche was the one that came out first. Actually, it's 2 plus 3. Remember, everyone gets... Thank you, thank you, thank you. So blob coming in hot with that guard. So we're down to 6. Then we've got Pyromaniac. Pyro activates against you. This may be game here. I think we have to defend this. Okay, so 2 to 2. The villain is Avalanche. It is not. So we take 1 damage. 1, 2. Okay, so we're down to 3. And it's our turn. Oh, and this is not a good setup here. The courtyard and protect the students, because this has the crisis, so we cannot thwart down. Okay, let's go spiritual meditation to draw mean swing. Warp reality, we'll toss a mean swing. Avengers Mansion will draw us a card into Magic Shield. We could just drop a ton of Magic Shields. Let's do a Warp Reality and a Pulse Grenade to play a Hex Bolt. So discard 3. Also, I need to remember her ability. I need to remember her ability here, because I could have negated that 3. I could have flipped into a different 3, but oh well. So we got 1, 2, 3. Well, there you go. That works out fairly well, actually. So I think we just keep that. This 1 will remove protect the students. So we get to go find an ally. We'll figure that out here in a second. 2 will draw us a card. I think we find the ally before we draw, technically. And then we'll get a tough status card for Scarlet Witch. Or we could give him confused and roll down. And just build a little bit. So we're going to have +1 card. I want to get a Fusillade to kill the blob. The +1 card is going to call him from the card draw. Plus we can go grab a ally. What allies do we have? Could go Spider Girl. Nah. No, we're going to go Throg. We're going to go Throg. Okay. So we took care of that. That's defeated. So we draw a card into Hex Bolt. Okay. And then we'll grab Throg. Tough. Okay. Actually, instead of tough, we're gonna confuse Pyro. I guess Blob just went through the food in that cafeteria and it ain't enough. No surprise. Crap, if Toad is still in play, I could have made a Throg versus Toad joke. He may come back. He may come back. Let's go Power of Aggression to play Throg. Since we are engaged with a minion, we get a tough status card. We're going to spend 2 Magic Shields to play Hex Bolt. We're going to do it. We got 0, 1, 2. I have a Fusillade in my hand. I'm going to up this to a 2. Yeah. So it's going to be 2 card draws and 2 damage here. Draw into Fusillade and a Quinn Carrier. We'll toss a Fusillade and a Quinn Carrier to play Fusillade to kill Blob. Throg will hang out. Yeah, Throg's going to hang out. We're going to flip down. There's no reason for us to play Agatha, so let's ready up. This is a little risky, but it is what it is. If we pass our advances, there's 1. I don't like that. There's an advance in that really small deck. So we're gonna stay up and instead stun Pyro. I guess that's the same math, right? If we draw a advance, we lose. Okay. Yeah. Confused and we'll roll down. Okay. Power of Aggression, Hand Cannon, Mean Swing, Spiritual Meditation, Molecular Decay, Hexbolt. Alrighty? We'll go 1 here. Pyro will scheme, but he's confused. Our encounter card is the advance. That's going to be game, probably. No, it's not. The villain heals 2 damage. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Okay, so he schemes for 2. Plus 0. He heals 2 damage. He doesn't have any health. Or he doesn't have any damage. Oh, that was huge. That was huge. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Wow. Let's go Avengers to draw a card. Into Strength. We'll go Agatha to look at the top 3. We got Genius, Quicksilver, and a Molecular Decay. Okay. So let's see what our math looks like here. We've gone through 2 spiritual meditations. There's 1, 2. Okay. Oh my gosh. Of course it's advanced, right? Of course it is. But we drew a 0 boost card, which is insane. I guess the math I should have stayed down. I should have stayed up because then I had the Scarlet Witch's crest to save if we pull a 1. So technically that was a blunder, but we're fine. Okay, so we can let's count damage here. So we've got 3, 5 for a basic activation. 7, 15 with the Molecular Decay. And then if we drop a Hand Cannon, we have 17. So we have kill. We have kill. So I guess we don't necessarily need any of these. But let's take the Molecular Decay, just in case. We'll throw the Genius on top of the bottom. Okay. Spiritual Meditation, draw Chaos Magic and a Hex Bolt, and then we can drop a Hex Bolt. Yep. Okay, so we will flip up the Scarlet Witch. We will Chaos Magic and Molecular Decay to deal 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discard 1, 2. We'll Scarlet Witch's Crest to make that 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay, so I guess actually technically these 2 got discarded, or those 3 got discarded, and then we'll do 2, 0. So heals 2. That decks us out. Hey, Pumpkin Bomb, because Halloween. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So he's at 10. Yeah, we got him. We got him. We'll Mean Swing Strength into a Molecular Decay. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got Scarlet Witch's crest is not exhausted. 1, 2. For 2 more, he's at 5. We'll redraw this 1 into another 1. So 1, 2. And then we can swing for 4 to kill. Well, that was a tight game. That advance. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Holy cow. Okay. Scarlet Witch is really fun. I really enjoy her playstyle. She is very much a living on the edge type character, right? So very cool. Very cool. Whew. That was Justice and Aggression. We are going to end it there. We'll pick up next week. Yeah, next week we'll pick up with Protection and Leadership and see how that goes. But these expert games do take a little bit longer, so that is kind of fun. I guess like it kind of funny. I was saying, going the 3 villains is not as hard, but in both of these games, I feel like going with a 3rd villain would have made it really, really, really tight. We probably would have been fine. I would have attacked with Throg instead, and then Scarlet Witch would have thwarted, and we had Hexbolt to do some stuff. But really, really cool scenario. I love the mansion attack. I think that it works really well to kind of showcase a lot of different things that the hero needs to do. So it's a really good practice scenario in that sense. But alrighty, so next stream will be Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. We are continuing on in the progression playthrough for Lord of the Rings, so I hope to see you all there. And then my computer just freaked out like crazy. Okay. And then Wednesday night we're going to do some more Magneto challenge. So we're going to be playing some Magneto, and up next we have Colossus. And so Colossus taking on Expert Magneto. And then Friday, we'll continue on with the Dunwich Legacy at 10 a.m. So thank you all so very much for hanging out. It does mean the world to me. Thank you. And I hope you have a phenomenal Halloween. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.